you're not alone. I want to say there's nothing wrong with having anxiety. I hate this sort of fake Instagram advice that everybody should be happy little, rosy rainbows and unicorns and everything is pineapple and yachts. No, it's not. Jay says, I'm 18 and a big dreamer because that I've been told many times I wasn't good enough. So I also told myself I wasn't good enough, which has put me into a dark mental space for years now. It's interesting, Jay. A lot of people who are big dreamers, I want to share a quote with you, and maybe this will help you. And I would definitely love for you to check out some of my mindset mastery videos. I think they'll really help you a lot. But Jay, I want to share this quote with you. As a matter of fact, I want to make sure that I get it right. So I'm going to actually look up the quote. Do you know, Jay, who Albert Einstein is? So here's a quote that I want to share with you that was originated with Albert Einstein. Okay, I'm going to share this quote with you. He says, Albert Einstein, the great scientist, he says, great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The mediocre mind is incapable of understanding the man who refuses to bow blindly to conventional prejudices and chooses instead to express his opinions courageously and honestly. Great spirits and minds have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Don't ever forget that, Jay. This is about, having perspective and understanding. It's really all about perspective. Let me tell you why. These people who actually dare to cut down your dreams are just unhappy people. They're failures themselves. They're people who are trying to cope with all sorts of inner demons and psychological shortcomings. These are not, because anybody who's successful, anybody who's happy with their life would never dare cut somebody else down. People who are happy and successful want other people to be happy and successful because they know that it's contagious. They know that the more people that are happy and successful around them, the more happy and successful they'll be. So again, I say it's a win-win. It's a litmus test. If you're surrounded, because I've actually done videos on this about your social circles and who you surround yourself with. And I'd really love for you to check them out, Jay, because I think they're just really going to help you. It has nothing to do with, having to check out my channel. Forget that. It's not about being promotional here. Just honestly saying that I think it would be helpful. It's a win-win. It's a litmus test. The more that you express yourself truthfully, the people that matter will encourage you, and the people that don't matter will try to cut you down. So here's the cool thing is you'll be able to identify both parties by diving deep into your chest and bringing out your best self, bringing out your true self. The people who matter are going to appreciate that. The people you want to be around are going to appreciate that. The people who try to cut you down, those are the people that you shouldn't be surrounding yourself with. So it's a beautiful litmus test. The more you're you, the right people come and the wrong people leave, period. So I hope that helps, Jay. I hope that makes sense. Jay is not alone. Jay, you're actually very courageous, and I actually appreciate you bringing that up because I know that a lot of people don't start building their brand. They don't start creating content. They don't start a podcast or a YouTube channel or what have you because of the fear of judgment, because of the fear of what other people will think. And, that's natural. It's okay. First of all, you're not alone. I want to say there's nothing wrong with having anxiety. I hate this sort of fake Instagram advice that everybody should be happy little, rosy rainbows and unicorns and everything is pineapple and yachts. No, it's not. It's okay to feel suffocated. It's okay to feel oppressed. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel, nervous and anxietal about judgment. That's just part of being a human being. But here's the cool thing is you're only 18, and I promise you this. There's a lot of people my age in the chat right now. I promise you this, Jay. It gets better and better and better. Whoever told you that getting older sucks is a complete idiot. I think getting older rocks. You get way more comfortable. I think we truly get into our prime in our late 30s, 40s. We truly get into our prime as a human being. It gets better and better. Human beings are like wine. We get better with age. You get more comfortable in your own skin, and you give less of an F about what other people think. So just be patient. Keep working. Keep trying to discover who you are. You're very, very young. You've got so much time ahead of you, and I promise you it'll work out. I guarantee you it will work out. Yeah, but it's easy to say, Flash. It's easy to say. I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. And Flash, I know you don't mean it this way. It's easy to say, screw what they think, and forget what they think, and why do you care what other people think? What's wrong with you? I don't believe in that. I think it's totally natural to care what other people think, and I don't think there's anything wrong with caring what other people think. And you can't just snap yourself out of it. It's like the same thing they tell with people who have anxiety. It's all in your head, man. That's BS. It's not all in your head, okay? It's a real thing. It's a real feeling, and it's a part of the process. It's a part of the evolution. And so it gets better. It gets a lot better. Just keep plugging away. Keep soldiering on. Keep an open mind and an open heart. And maybe even, dare I say, forgive the people who are judging you. Forgive the people who are trying to, shoot you down and trying to undercut your dreams, because really those are just miserable, unhappy people, and they need help. And you can't beat darkness with darkness. You can't beat hate with more hate. You got to turn on the light. Turn on that inner light and watch what happens. No, I totally do, Flash. I totally, absolutely do. Yeah, that's another thing too. It's about perspective. It's about perspective. And Jay, it's going to get better. I promise you. Jay, if you're still there, I promise you it's going to get better. It gets better. 18 is a funky age. Teenage years, even early 20s, it's an age of discovery. You still don't even know who you are, and that's okay. Nobody did. I dare you to find anybody who knew who they were at 18 or 19. So don't worry about that, okay? It's going to get better and better and better. I don't like it when there's this message that, hey, buck up, or hey, every day is glorious, and you shouldn't feel sad, and why are you feeling blue, and you shouldn't do all this stuff. That's a bunch of BS. There's nothing wrong with there's nothing. Oh, Jay, I didn't even see your question. I'm so sorry. I want to get to that question right there. Jay says, I love your vids and need some advice. How do I stop being afraid of what people might think? Oh, that's a great question. First off, understand this, that everybody really starts with thinking about themselves first. And, understanding that other people's judgment stems from anybody who's judging you for being you. It really, this is how you stop worrying about what other people think, okay? Number one is you don't want to try to attract the type of people who don't appreciate who you truly are. So anybody who judges you negatively, period, has got some other stuff going on. And they're usually, especially when they're spewing hate and trolling, usually it means there's a deeper, unresolved psychological internal issue with themselves. And really, they're in a lot of pain. And I actually feel sorry for trolls and people, because you can't live on hate. Hate is a poison that you can't live on. You can't survive spewing hate everywhere. I mean, it just eats you up. It's a self-degenerating disease. Number two, it's a beautiful win-win. You know exactly who are the wrong people to hang out with because they don't appreciate who you are. And B, you attract the right people by being more of who you are. So how to not worry what people think is, number one, it's not about impressing everyone. You can't please everybody all the time. And number two, what are you going to do with your life? Are you going to live your life as an imposter trying to please people that don't matter anyway and who are just jerks and negative and have, all sorts of inner demons and inner kind of inequities inside themselves? No. It's about, attracting the right people at the right time, which has to happen naturally by you being your unabashed self, by you being capital Y-O-U. So this is the way that I look at it. The way that I look at it is the more that I'm myself, I attract the right type of people. And the people who care to judge me, I try to think of them as people who, A, they don't really know who I am, and they're basing their judgment on something really myopic and really superfluous and just superficial is the right word I was looking for. And secondly, I don't want those people anyway. I'm not trying to. It's not about quantity. That's the thing, guys. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. I eat, sleep, and breathe words and language, and I'm a big believer that misunderstanding is the greatest disease that ever faced mankind. And that communication is the mortar that binds, cultures, cities, nations, ideologies, friendships, marriages, everything. And so that's what I talk about. And I also talk about mindset because as a young man, I suffered from debilitating anxiety and depression. And I took every pill on the planet. I saw every doctor on the planet, and none of them helped. And it wasn't until I went through the hell that was my cavernous mind from 18 to 29 and battled and learned and navigated, and through due diligence, through study, through research, through experiential knowledge, nothing I love more than helping people who are now suffering with anxiety and depression, because I went through that hell and I want to help people. So my whole podcast, my whole channel is all about mindset and messaging, getting your mindset right. You can't get your message right if you don't get your mindset right. And if you don't get your message right, nobody's going to know who you are. Nobody's going to want to hire you. Nobody's want to do business with you. You have to build that awareness. So I hope that makes sense. People's Bill. Please subscribe to the podcast. And if you're facing any, I haven't really talked a lot about mindset or anxiety for a while, but if you're looking to learn a little bit more about anxiety and panic attacks and things of that nature, I've got an amazing playlist on my YouTube channel called Mindset Mastery. And I've got an amazing flagship course at Beyond the Box Academy called Mindset Mastery. So again, you can use the coupon code NEZNation and you get a 30% discount minus the hashtag. Jay, that was kind of a roundabout way of basically saying that, the more that you're yourself, the right people are going to matter. Okay. And the people that don't matter, who cares anyway, because they don't matter. So you just do you be your unabashed self, and you're going to feel more truthful about who you are, and you're going to feel better about yourself, and you're not going to feel like you're faking and pretending. And B, it's going to attract the right audience. It's going to attract the right community, the community that's going to appreciate you for who you are. I hope that helps. And I'll get way more deeper on that in future videos.